a new episode of Theme Park Tycoon 2. So as you saw in the start, I did start working on some like practice for what I want the terrain around the roller coaster to look like. And I also made a little bit of like the orange Hot Wheels track to put underneath certain parts, and I'm also going to use this like around the ride as well. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I would actually want to design more Hot Wheels cars to put on the track itself as you're going, so you can kind of see some cars going on the track as you're going around the course. But I haven't decided whether or not I actually want to go through with that or not quite yet. The track is a little bit rough. It obviously doesn't line up the best, and that's primarily because of how big the pieces of track I made are, but I also don't want to make them too much smaller, because I don't want to have like a billion objects wasted on track that most of the time you won't actually see. So there are like gaps and stuff like this, but honestly, like, if you're not looking too closely at it, you don't notice it, like, at all. So I'm okay with having that. Off camera, I also worked on the station a lot more. It's still not complete. I did end up deciding that I'll probably end up completing this completely off camera for the most part, just because I don't want to be working on the same building for like multiple episodes. And I am so unbelievably slow at building in this game right now that this building is going to take me absolutely ages. I also worked out what I want some of the supports to look like. I decided, instead of having the lights I was talking about, or no, I wasn't talking about them, I cut that part out of the video, never mind. But I wanted to have lights under the track in some way, and I decided it would probably be best to put them on the support structure itself, so I'm not like trying to place it on the track and losing my absolute mind every time it doesn't line up perfectly and it ends up being like super annoying and frustrating. And originally I was going to start supporting a majority of this ride with these, and then realized that it probably would make more sense to work on the terrain underneath the ride before I put in the supports, which is why I started working on this bit over here. But I am very happy with how this is turning out so far. I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit rough getting started with a majority of this park. Like, when I was first starting the series, I was like super proud of the entry building here, and then everything after that was just kind of like, I wasn't completely happy with it, but it's slowly coming together. It is definitely very slowly coming together. But yeah, I do have some cool ideas for how I want to continue this. I do know, like, somewhere around here maybe, I want to have some of the rock work go over the track, and then I'm going to have the rock work come down a little bit here, and I might have another piece of this track that goes into a cave like I have here, but the cave's going to be up around here maybe, and the track is going to go underneath the corkscrew down into a cave that's maybe somewhere in here. So there will be lots of rock work in this section of the ride. Because of the theming idea I want to go with this ride, I might have like different looking sections of the ride. I don't know if this is going to be the name permanently, but for now I decided to call it this because I thought it would be cool to, I feel like it would be cool to kind of theme this ride based on the different tracks that the characters went through in the older, like, Hot Wheels Acceleracers. I don't know if it was a show or a set of movies. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the supports in this section. I was probably just going to have them go through the track pieces that I put underneath the ride here, and then just have it be like this. These track pieces are just part of, like, the support structure, I guess. But at the same time, this is a Roblox theme park, and I'm not 100% going for realism with this particular park. I'm just trying to make something that looks cool. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just see how that goes. I'm going to back this up a tiny bit because I feel that might be a little bit too close. That might be good. I don't know. We'll see when the train goes by. It seems we might have a visitor. Oh. Okay, clearance looks okay. I'd have to see it again with, like, riders on it. It was kind of close, so I think we gotta, like, yeah, it was kind of close, so I think I'm gonna move it sort of back here-ish, maybe. I think that might be a little bit better. And then I am gonna have to redo this part of the rock structure to fit in with this. So I'm not going to destroy it completely. I can't get up here. I'm gonna try and, like, cut out some of these objects and redo them like this. Then I can delete that one. The only reason I'm not like just deleting them is because I want to keep the coloring I have going on here, because I do have like different colors for where the rocks sit. Like these rocks that are higher up are brighter than the ones down here. I will have to change that coloring a little bit in here. I don't know, I could always just redo it, but it just would be a little bit of a pain to try and redo all of those colors again. Okay, I don't have to change this rock structure too much. I can kind of keep it like that, and it still somewhat meshes well. I think I rotated this a bit too much. I'm gonna add one more rock, like right here, I think. Tilt it a little bit. Oh, it's poking through over here. I'm gonna scale it down. That should be good, I think. I'm gonna change this a tiny bit here. I'm gonna add one more, because I feel this doesn't... shoot. Let's just try and move it in like that. I think that right there might be good. Okay, what does the clearance look like? Okay, clearance is good. I think clearance should be fine for this little tunnel thing. I'm gonna have to delete a lot of this terrain, and I might move this track piece somewhere. I don't know where yet. Okay, I'm gonna have this sort of connect back into here. I'm gonna stagger these a little bit so they're not like perfectly flush with each other, because then it just looks weird. I'm gonna have to like make these a bit smaller and stuff, because I do have to have like a point where it sort of cuts off. And then I'm gonna put like grass and stuff up here or something. I don't know quite yet. Oh, they're still here. This person is still wandering around my park. Interesting. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna start kind of bringing this back down here. I really do gotta fix this up, because right now these are like the smoothest rocks in the world. I don't know. I'm just really worried about using too many objects though, because I do plan on filling this entire plot, which probably is a really stupid idea, but I would like to try and fill the whole plot. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of the rocks kind of like on the ground right here, and then it's gonna kind of come back up into a hill up here, because like I said, I want track to kind of come out of a cave that's located around here somewhere, and then have this track come through this corkscrew thing. So I do gotta try and transition out of this. I will try my best with that here. I also definitely just made these objects that I'm using for these rocks just way too big. These objects are way too big. So I'm just going to immediately flatten this out here. This person's just watching me. I have a live audience. It's a little bit, I don't want to say scary, but now I'm like, I can't screw up, because now I can't just like edit me placing a piece wrong out and save myself the embarrassment. It's not really embarrassment, like everyone fucks up, but still. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna tilt this kind of like this, I think. Bring it, no. Here. There we go, look at that. I'll bring it back a little bit. And we're gonna do the same sort of thing, but with these, and we gotta make it smaller. Small rock time. You know, I was saying I don't want to use too many parts in this, but I feel like I'm already starting to do that, because now I'm determined to get this transition looking perfect. I think from a distance it should be fine. Like if I get, oh, hold on. Honestly, these sections really don't need to be that detailed, because you'll only see it for like a brief second when you're going through here, and I really don't think you'll be able to see it too well from the path. So I think I just need to let it go. is what I need to do. And most of these like flat sections here I can probably fix with like foliage and stuff like that. So I really should not worry. I just had a real life lag spike right there. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I really don't need to worry too much about these rocks being absolutely perfect, because they're rocks, they're not perfect. If I'm gonna be fully honest, rocks can be kind of dumb sometimes. I've hurt myself on them numerous times. I think my spectator finally left. I don't see them anywhere now. You know what? I could actually also put like these rocks here. Or these rocks. We'll use these rocks. I haven't used these rocks at all yet. Maybe we won't use those rocks actually. They're like too, I don't know. Okay, these are starting to look really stupid now, and these rocks need to save me. Work your cool, funny magic. Pre-made rocks. That works. Again, I'm gonna place like grass and stuff all over this, so a lot of this will just be fixed by that, most likely. Hopefully. I'm praying it does. Yeah, so I think you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing with this section. So. Alright. So I continued to build a little bit more, as you can see here, just to kind of continue with this sort of, and I think it looks really good. I made these alright custom trees. I made 3 variations that I'll be pasting around that you can kind of see over here. So I have like a medium size ish. These two are like the same size really, but like this one was supposed to be a medium one, this one was supposed to be a big one, and then this obviously was a small one that I'd be pasting around, and I pasted a couple up here, and yeah, they're actually quite low object. Like the small one is only 8 objects, the medium-sized one is only 12, and I believe the big one back here is 14. That's not the big one. Yeah, the big one, the slightly bigger one is 14. I also, while looking through references for the track I said I was referencing, I noticed I had green lights under the track, so I did. It's not the exact same lights that are in the show, but I also didn't really want to work too hard on making it look exactly correct, considering you're never really going to see the bottom of this track piece, and I'm not going to put them on this bit of track that's going to go through here, because I'm going to have this large, like, industrial-looking support structure under it that would be blocking the lights anyways. But yeah, I also unfortunately didn't really take into consideration that the park boundary is literally right here. So I did try to fix it the best I could here, but there really wasn't much I could do about it. Yeah, I'll kind of continue working on this terrain a little bit off camera, and then next episode, I'll hopefully have, I'm hoping to at least have this back area complete, and then so I can kind of show you a bigger piece of what this area is going to look like. And then I think next episode what I'm going to focus on is I'm going to focus on the transition from this main like plaza area into this area, because I have a really cool idea for what I want to do here. Yeah, I think I said this already, but I'm very happy with how this park is turning out. Again, I was kind of just meh about it for like the very start of it and whatnot, but now that I've worked on stuff like this and more of these buildings are in place and more of the ideas are actually getting a little bit more fleshed out, I'm really starting to like how this is looking, and hopefully anyone watching this is liking it as well.